I thought I'll never talk about this topic, but I guess I should talk about it anyways. For those who follow my channel right now, you know that I'm going through a laid off. Some of my video titles that I put out there are got laid off, grinding on, throwing liberty, or laid off. So now I'm planning to become a pro Marvel Rivals, which I genuinely want to become a full-time pro on these games because of the layoff. But most importantly, why am I doing this video today is because this topic has been touched so many times in the YouTube world or in online. And essentially, I wanted to share this from my perspective to everybody out there who are looking for an answer. Essentially, the gaming channel has a lot of different age groups. I would say starting from people who are currently in a job. For me, I came from a corporate job background, and also we have another group of people who are students currently going through college. We have people who are in high school, whatever background that you are currently in. This information might be helpful to you. So what happened to me? I started my corporate job back in 2015 as a operation clerk, and it's one of those jobs where I just do the day-to-day task, and then 10 years later I've moved up into a management role from a bigger corporation's company. I'm not gonna name drop the company here, but essentially I am a finance manager for this particular company that unfortunately part of the restructure. So then what happened here? So I did a whole reflections while I was driving, and maybe I should do a video for this, and maybe it's helpful for people out there who are seeking for an answer. And if you're struggling and you're wanting to, have an answer, well, hopefully this helped you in a certain way. What inspired me to create YouTube and content creations is from what I learned is if that you are a creator, and I'm a pretty spiritual person. As you can see behind me, I have a bunch of books, so I'm a book nerd. And based on all of the books that I read, you are a creator. And we're going to touch about this topic a little bit because I think it's pretty interesting to the world to understand what does that mean. That means that because you are not a creator, you're going to be in a situation like me, which is going through a layoff, essentially. And that is not fun. So because I'm working for someone else, and this is a pretty much basic information that you can find out there already. You already know that working for someone else, meaning that you pretty much putting your times and effort for them. And at the end, it's all about business. This whole world made to be competitive, and politics. That's just the nature of you born on earth, is you have to compete. Every single thing that you are involved is a competition. For example, survival, right? It's a competition. You have to go and grind, get food, make money so that you can buy water, put food on your tables, right? So those are some type of example that you're being placed on earth in this physical body of need. When you are in a physical bodies, you're going to need water, food, and sex, or whatever you need, right? It's the nature of being a human. Inside a human body, you got to create. And in return, you have to put out energies. Well, the energy that you put out there is like, what kind of energy are you putting out there? You're putting out energies for a company that you don't even work, or the company that don't care for you? Or would you willing to put out energies into your passion, to whatever that you wanted to do? And so I wanted to touch base a little bit on that. And based on my reflection, I am pretty much bought into that this world is made out of, I'm slowly to think that if you're not a creator, then you're pretty much not doing something's right. Because heck, when I was in school, I don't even want to go to school. I was forced by my parents, all the Asian parents out there, you gotta make good grade or I'm whoop your ass. Or they didn't say it like that, but you know what I mean? Like, you got to make A+. I remember my dad always stressed me about being a pharmacist. Like, why do you have to be a pharmacist? You can become anything that you wanted to. But deep inside of me, I am a creative person. And deep inside of you, you probably like a business-minded person. I'm not saying that, hey, don't go to college or anything like that. If you don't have nothing to do, and you have a passionate for textbooks, man, do your thing. right? Like, do your thing. Just go out there, read all the textbooks that you can. For me, I can't even remember a single page of article that I read from Reddit or CNN or whatever the fuck out there, right? The news or whatever it is. I can't even remember what I just read the following day. Heck, you don't even remember what you eat 3 days ago, let alone 10 textbooks that you read in high school. It makes no sense. And then leading to that, you are return paying a lot of, tuition for it, right? I end up paying like $40,000 for my MBA and still got let go. Like, they don't even look, hey, when company decided to let you go, they're not going to say you have an MBA, I'm going to keep you. They're not going to say you have a high school diploma, I'm going to keep you. None of that. It's literally whatever makes sense out of my profit. If it saved me $10 to cut your ass, I'm going to do it. And that's exactly what happened. So what does that mean for the rest of us? That means that we, the people, have to understand that everything that is abundant, that is wealth, that is health, that is everything in life that you wanted, is within you. You have this burning desire of doing something, but because you're in an environment, if you study biology, whatever that cell is being put on the environment, it will turn into. So, for example, you are being in an environment of a toxic surrounding. You're going to turn very depressing, or you're going to be sad, you're going to be something, or you put in an environment where everybody go to college. You're going to do the same thing. You put it in an environment where everybody get a job, you're going to do the same thing. It's the society that is shaping you. The society as an environment putting you in a situation where you have to follow that entire realm. So what if you said, okay, I'm going to put myself in a different environment where I'm going to be a creator environment. So then you're starting, something like maybe join an environment where other people is doing something that you're passionate about. So you wake up every day, your soul is telling you every moment, single moments, minutes, seconds that is steering you toward your passion or whatever you're supposed to be doing on earth. And I truly believe that now, because if you're not leaning back to your source, which is your energy, which is not your physical body, which is your soul or spirit, whatever you believe in, because I believe that you pretty much, my body is only a vehicle and I am an energy that is using it in a sense. So what does that mean? That means you have to be an energy that produce, to shine, to do whatever that your inner self wanted you to do every day. This is how people doesn't get sick. This is how people doesn't get, stress out. Disease and sickness came from something that you don't love. Every single day like that, when you say, I don't love something for 10 years, you're going to end up having some kind of sickness. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. And then end up, you don't live long. That makes sense. When you don't do something for like 60, something that you love for like the next 40 years, you're going to be 65 years old and they're going to retire you at 65. So the average age of living is 70, 80. I don't even know today's. I could be wrong. But then you do all of that just to be able to live for the next 10 years of enjoyment. Maybe not even enjoyment, because now you're old. You have all this sickness, all this disease, maybe. You're not as strong anymore. You can't dance at the club, do things that you used to be able to do when in your 30s or even 40s. So it doesn't make any sense to me right now, right? So I'm making this video just to let you know that that's how this world works. And I'm starting to believe that that you are the creator of your destiny. No one else should have that power over you. Not a job, not your parent, not your uncle. No one have that power. You have a choice every single day to be who you want it to be. I pretty regret not creating content earlier. I felt like I'm a creative person. I love it. I feel happy when I create something, create videos, entertainment, and it really feeds my soul. Like it's makes me happy. Okay, that's my long rant. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I hope this helps. But anyways, thank you and see you guys on the next one. Peace.